لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Bismillah Rahim. Alhamdulillah. You're all welcome to this third session. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove all obstacles from your way and help you complete your Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it an acceptable Hajj and whose reward is Jannah. In the second presentation, we covered a few things about Hajj in general, and then we went on to a summary of the Hajj and Hajj rites, and then followed by some question and answers. So here we want to cover some questions that have been already answered, that have been answered by some ulama. So we just quote the ulama and give the answers that they have given. So I use the same references as before, but now I add this one. This one is Ahkam Al Hajj wa Umrah, Fiqh Al Manasik by Professor Muhammad Bah Jabir. So I used this one and also I use this one, and so we just look at the answers that they have given, and then we just share with you are relevant for you. The first one is, can a woman travel to do Umrah or Hajj without a mahram? So this is something that has been answered. Some are just basic clarification, some are fatwa. And then also another question that some ask, what was the best type of Hajj? As we said before, all are accepted. Each one by his circumstances, he or she will choose which one is best for him or her. But in terms of preference, Tamattu is the best one, followed by Ifrad, then Kiran. But again, all are accepted. All are accepted, each one by his circumstances. And then also another question about Hajj types. What is the ruling for someone who does Umrah during the Hajj season, then travels out of the Haram for a distance more than Qasr Salah like 80 kilometers, and returns back for Hajj? So this one, the Hajj is not Tamattu. It's not Tamattu. Rather, it is for Ifrad. For Tamattu, he or she stays within the limits of the Haram. You came for Hajj, you stay within the limits of Haram. So it's better you stay there, do your Hajj, then after your Hajj, you can go and travel elsewhere. So that's the ruling there. Can you make intention for Tamattu during Umrah or at the start of the Umrah? I say no. The intention is made at the Miqat. That's where you make your intention, you make your labbaik, you say it, and then that is it. Then you complete it. What you made the intention there, and you said labbaik Allahumma umrah or labbaik Allahumma umrah wa hajjan, or labbaik Allahumma hajjan. What the intention you made there and what you said, you complete it. You complete it. Another question, this is a very popular question. The mutamatti, does it have one side or two sides? There are some scholars that say one side, but the majority, Jumhur, they say the mutamatti has two sides, the side for Umrah and the side for Hajj. And that's what we gave when we summarized the Hajj 2 weeks ago. We gave this opinion But just for you to know, there are others who take the opinion of one side, but it's only two sides. Miqat also, why is the Miqat for people of Makkah? Those within the haram limits. For Hajj, they make the ihram from their homes. From their home, they make the ihram and move on. For Umrah, they go out of the haram to the haram limit, out of the haram limit, example Tan'im, and make from there. I think many people are familiar with this. When they come for Umrah, they want to do a second Umrah, they go to Tan'im. This is a very popular practice. So for Hajj, they don't go to Tan'im. From their home, they just move on and go on the 8th of Zulhijjah to Mina. Another question they ask, what is the ruling for those who go into Ihram before the Miqat? It's accepted but disliked. What is the proper one is to do it at the Miqat. And if beyond the Miqat is a violation, the proper one is at the Miqat. Before the Miqat, say it's accepted but disliked. Can someone, another question related to Miqat, can someone flying into Jeddah make Ihram from Jeddah? The answer is no. Jeddah is within the Miqat. So those flying into Jeddah should make the Ihram before coming to Jeddah. So in the air, they will tell you, we are now passing the Miqat. There you make your intention and say your Labbaik Allahumma Hajj or Labbaik Umrah there on the air. On the road, of course, is clear. At the Miqat, you do it there. On the air, you do it when the plane is going over the Miqat. Another question is Arafat. What qualifies as standing in Arafat? It's a very interesting question. Just passing through Arafat, just even for a short time, even on the means of transport or being carried and by people, this is a very relevant question for those who are sick. For those who are sick, even if the ambulance make you just pass through Arafat, you are qualified. You've stood in Arafat. So standing Arafat doesn't mean standing on your feet there physically. Even passing through on a transport, short while, is still qualifies as standing in Arafat. And this is relevant for those who are sick. And may Allah take you for Hajj, you will see helicopters coming and going to bring some of those who are sick to just pass through Arafat so that they catch the Arafat. And then another question again connected to Arafat is climbing on Mount Jabal Rahmah. Some people there, they are busy climbing on Rahmah, making dua. Is it Sunnah? It's not Sunnah. The Sunnah, you just face Qibla from anywhere in Arafat and make dua. You don't have to go to Jabal Rahmah, or it's extra. It's not wrong, but all these are extra things. And sometimes some people, their tent is very far from there. So once it is not Sunnah, no need to take all the extra trouble and all of that. And sometimes the Hajj is very full. Talk about 1 million people. Why take the trouble when it's not a Sunnah practice? And then other questions about the day of sacrifice. What is the preferred sequence? The preferred sequence, if you can make it, is throwing the Jamratul Aqaba, the Aqaba in front, near Haram, near the Makkah. We said there are 3, Sugra, Wusta, and Kubra. You leave, when you come from Mina, you leave the Sugra, you leave the Wusta, you come to the last one. So throwing the Aqaba, then slaughtering, then cutting or shaving, then the Tawaf, then the Sa'i for the one who did not do it. This is the preferred sequence. If you can do this one, is better. If there are circumstances that stop you from doing this one way or the other, then it's still, there is no problem. There is no problem. And then also the fidya, the violations. What is the ruling about multiple violations of the wajib of Hajj? You made many mistakes. When you make a mistake, violation, you have to make fidya, sacrifice. So if you do multiple, 3 violations, you have to make 3 fidya. 4 violations, 4 fidya. May Allah protect you from that. So each violation is 1 fidya. So it's not 1 fidya for 3 violations. And then also what is the fidya for violations related to ihram? Fasting for 3 days in Hajj or after, sadaqah, feeding of 6 miskin of Makkah with half a sa. The sa is what we give sadaqah to fitr, or sacrifice slaughtered in Makkah and given to the poor. This one or this one or this one. And then the hadi, one is the slaughtering of the hadi for the mutamatti or the carrying. The day of Eid up to the 2nd day of Tashriq. All of those days you can use for slaughtering. What is the ruling for the one who cannot afford hadi? If you cannot afford hadi, he or she fasts 3 days in the Hajj, and then the 7 days when he or she returns home. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah. It's not a fatwa. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. And there are also other questions. Mina, are the prayers in Mina combined in the days of Tashriq? No. Each salah is prayed on its time, but shortened. It's not like a Muzdalifah where you join them. So each one prayed on time, but shortened from 4 to 2. And then also in Sa'i, there is one statement, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'irillah. When do you say it? At every round of the Sa'i? No, only at the beginning. In other words, when you finish your tawaf, you want to make Sa'i, and when you're going up to Safa, then you say it, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'irillah. You make that statement, then you go up to Safa. Then you make your dua in Safa, then you come down, you go to Marwa. The next time you come, you don't say it again. You only say it once at the beginning. The throwing of the Jamara, another question. If a person has some difficulties, can he or she deputize someone to throw? I'm sorry, there are some spelling mistakes. I'll correct them before sending, inshallah. Can someone deputize someone to throw the Jamara for him? Yes. The person should throw his or her pebbles. Then for the one he or she is deputizing. So you have, because of course you're only going to deputize someone who is already doing the Hajj. So this person has to do his own 7 first, then do your own 7. And then throwing the Jamara, when is the period for throwing the Jamara? Jamatul Aqaba, on the day of Eid, from midnight, from before the day of Eid to Maghrib on the day of sacrifice. So those women who are weak and elderly can, from midnight they can go on, but otherwise people have to sleep in Muzdalifah. And in Muzdalifah also there is some ibadah. After praying Fajr, there is Mashhar al-Haram. There again you can stand there and make dua. Then you move to Mina. So for those who cannot, then from midnight is allowed up to Maghrib on the day of sacrifice. And when the throwing of period of throwing of Jamara on the first and the second, or on the first on second days of Hajj, of Tashriq, Yam Tashriq, from Zawal to Maghrib, from Zawal, from when the Zuhr has entered up to Maghrib. All this time you can throw your pebbles. Tawaf Ifada, some questions related to Tawaf Ifada. When is the starting time for Tawaf Ifada? Again, because Tawaf Ifada, after you finish throwing, then you go for your Tawaf. But it starts from midnight. From midnight, the day of sacrifice, the day before, the night before, midnight, up to then you start from then. So from midnight, then the day of Eid, all of that you can use for your Tawaf Ifada. Is there when we do Tawaf, when we just Tawaf al-Qudum, when we come, then we have the men have to walk fast the first 3 rounds. Ramla. Now the question is that Ramla, walking quickly, is there that same thing in Tawaf Ifada? No. The Tawaf Ifada, the Haji walks normally. The first Tawaf, Qudum, that's when you have Ramla. The first 3 rounds you go fast. But for this one, you just go your normal walking. Can you delay the Tawaf Ifada? It's risky because the Tawaf Ifada is a pillar. You don't want to play with the pillar. So you want to do it at the earliest time before anything happens. So don't delay your Tawaf Ifada. As soon as you can do it, you do it straight away before anything happens, because it's a pillar. It's not a wajib. Tawaf Wida, should the resident of Jeddah make Tawaf Wida? Yes, it's for all. When your last action before you leave the haram should be the Tawaf Wida. So once you are ready, you finished everything, you're just going to take your transport now to go. Like that morning, you can do your Tawaf Wida, then there is nothing else to do again. It's just now to prepare to go. You're not going to do any extra things. So your last action should be the Tawaf Wida, and then from there you move on. These are the few questions I was able to compile from these different sources. If you have any questions, you can ask. If I cannot answer the question, I will send it to some qualified people, and then we will send the answers, inshallah. Just a revision again, we covered this before already. If you have any questions, maybe I can come back to this, but we have done this already before. The timetable on the different days of Hajj is there. In case you have any question, I can refer to it. I think that's what I wanted to cover. Do you have any questions? If we wear the ihram from Kuba and this is uncomfortable, and maybe a number of people are more, and you cross the miqat. When you are coming from Kuba, if you want, you wear the ihram at the airport. When you finished whatever you're doing, you wear the libasul ihram. They call it libasul ihram. You're just wearing the white the 2-piece. That time you didn't make your ihram yet, you didn't make your labbaik yet, you just wearing the clothes. Then when the plane is reaching the miqat, they will announce it. Then you will say labbaik Allahumma hajj, or labbaik Allahumma umrah wa hajj, or labbaik Allahumma umrah, whatever your situation. So in that case, you are fine. It's not advisable to pass the miqat without you are going for Hajj. In fact, you will see many people wearing their ihram. It's not something odd. It's not something odd. On that flight, people are going for Hajj. The whole flight is for Hajj. So most are wearing their ihram already from home or from the airport. So wear your ihram at the airport or from the home. Okay, it's not something odd. Do we have to put the two raka nafil after each tawaf qudum? After tawaf there is 2 raka. After tawaf there is 2 raka. Tawaf al-qudum. Tawaf ifada, I'm not sure. I will have to check on this one and come back. But the tawaf al-qudum, there is 2 raka after your tawaf. And for the tawaf ifada, I'm not sure. I will check on that one. I'll just write down this question. Tawaf ifada. Yes. And then the next question.
If anyone have any question,
there a
please
recording
raise
of the
your hand
video?
and I will allow to you to speak to Dr. Sulaiman direct.
Okay. Is there a recording of the video? We have the PowerPoints available. And this one also I'll edit. I saw some spelling mistakes. I'll edit and send it for them to send to you. I think also the recording for the previous one was available on the YouTube, but I'll send you this presentation. And then I've answered the question about the 2 raka. Is there any questions? I think I've answered all the questions here. Is there any other questions?
Mr. Omar have a question. Can you speak, Mr. Omar?
Hello, Assalamu
alaikum.
I wanted to ask about, I booked a Hadi on the, the government authorized website.
Yes.
And they said that it can be any time between, the Eid prayers and the last, the evening of last day of Tashriq. So
Yes.
do I need to wait for the confirmation from them to start doing my tawaf or other?
No, you go ahead, because we said before, whatever come before on that day of Eid, whatever come before, there is no problem. So no need to wait until once you've done it, they know what they are doing. So just take it that it is done. Then you move on with the other rites.
Okay. And just inshallah, like it will be done in time. And so we just continue with our regular. And another one is about the tawaf wida. If the flight is at a certain time that we feel that we might not get enough time to go back to Makkah and do tawaf wida, can we do it like on 10th, 11th or 12th? Or it has to be?
No, it doesn't have to be. There is a last rites before you leave. Example, you're going to leave at 10 o'clock in the morning. And at night, after Fajr, for example, or at night, if you know you're not going to do anything else, you can do your tawaf wida. Then from there is nothing else you're going to do except to prepare for your journey. Okay? So it's just the last rites before you leave. It's the goodbye. It's the goodbye action. The last rite. So you will calculate. If my flight is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then I can do it in the morning. Example, 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning. I do my tawaf. I'm done. From them, I just pack my bag, I wait until my flight comes, So the last action, just calculate. You just calculate it, and then you do your last tawaf. But mind you, because of the crowd...
And just one last point, please. Yeah.
1 minute.
Yes.
Because of the crowd, the tawaf can take longer than usual. It can take you like up to 1 hour, up to 1 hour or more. So even up to 2 hours. So you have to calculate that. So you can, calculate that and work out when to do it in a good time before your flight.
Okay, and the start, we go direct to Haram, we do Umrah inshallah, and we direct go to our camp in Mina. So can I do tamattu this way and just remove my ihram, and when I'm already in my Mina camp, wear it again on the 8th?
If you see, the three types of Umrah give you flexibility. If it's difficult to do tamattu, you join it, you make kiran, or you do only ifrad. Because the usually tamattu are for those who come like out of the country, they are coming for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. For them, tamattu is the best for them. They come for 3 weeks. They'll come, do their umrah, then they stay, they remove their clothes, they make their tahallul, then they move around, go up and down, make, then on the 8th, they wear again the ihram and go. But if you only have 1 day or hours, it's not too practical to, so then in that case, it's better you do kiran or you do ifrad. The practicality, like I said, those coming out for 2 weeks, for them, tamattu is the best option. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Omar. Mr. Sheikh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. And then another question, is there any specific ruling in case of pregnancy? Except
Mr.
if you want
Khan, Sheikh.
The pregnancy, yes, if you want to deputize, if the pregnancy is heavy, you want to deputize someone to throw for you, it's allowed. Wheelchairs are available in the haram. And so there are ways to accommodate those in a difficult situation. Okay. Are we going to move in a group or individually? I think you can ask the admin. You can ask the admin. What I know about is for Mina and and going to Muzdalifah, there's a guide. There's a guide to take you. But for your Umrah, no, that one is individual. But for moving to Arafah and Mina, because there is going to be tent, they're going to take you to your tent. So then there is a group movement. But when you want to go do your own tawaf ifada or your tawaf wida, it's all that's individually, not. But for those who come from overseas, for them they do it in a group. But for here, only for those movements, the movements within Mina and Muzdalifah and so on. Otherwise, for your own Umrah, individual. If someone wants to live at 12 Dhul Hijjah is allowed, yes, for Mustajil, there is 2 options. Mustajil and Mutaakhir, the one who's in haste. We covered that before. The one living on the 12th, he has to, after Zawal, he throw his thing and then continue. And then after that, he moves on. Okay, he doesn't come back again to Mina. Is there Urdu guide available? I'm not sure, because this one is English audience. I'm not sure. You'll ask the admin. Okay, I'm not sure. But I know Ta'awuni has some Urdu speaking sheikhs, but I don't know if they are going for the Hajj. I don't know. How do you find their tent? Yes, don't worry about that. Your tent, they will give you a guide who will take you and who will take you to your tent. So there is no problem there.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sulaiman. The person who asked about the recording of this webinars, all webinars are recorded and you can يعني share the link or take the link from application Hajj from Dhafra or Maali, or you can ask the person who send to you the announcement via WhatsApp to share the link with you. You will find all previous webinars, and inshallah the next webinars, all webinars are recorded. If it's Arabic or English, you can share all webinars recorded in YouTube channel for Maali and Dhafira, and they are shared in the application Maali and Dhafira. Thank you, Dr. Sulaiman. We have a question from Mr. Shahur Sheikh. Mr. Shahur, can you ask Dr. Sulaiman?
Yeah, actually, my question was very similar to the last question about the Tamattu Hajj. If I'm traveling to Haram on 7th of Dhul Hijjah, and there is a very short amount of time since 8th of Dhul Hijjah, I have to travel again with Ihram to Mina. So can I perform Tamattu within like very 1 or 2 hours of time delay in between, like taking out Ihram and getting back into the Ihram?
Yes, personally, I will not advise when the logistics is very tight. Like I said, mostly those coming from overseas for like 3 weeks, 1 month, Tamattu is the best for them. But for someone already here in Saudi, and then because of the flight and all these things, you only have 1 hour, it's more trouble, because remember in Hajj, even to go and get to cut your hair is a lot of effort. So Allah gave us the 3 options. Allah gave us the 3 options. So take the one that is, all are accepted. All are accepted. So take the one that is practical and much easier for you.
Okay. Okay, and another question is, when will we be getting the details of the logistic? Will it be like on 1st of Dhul Hijjah, or like we'll have to wait?
I think there's admin. I don't have much connection with the admin. So the admin, usually the admin, they form a WhatsApp group in which they will communicate with you and give you details. So Ustaz Ahmed, please remind the admin to form WhatsApp group with them.
Again, Mr. Dr. Sulaiman, what are you saying?
I'm saying the admin part of the Hajj, to make a group on WhatsApp for all these people so that they can send to them tawjiyat and guidance for the logistics.
Okay, you can you can tell Mr. Dr. Ibrahim or Mr. Ibrahim to create the group WhatsApp, and every webinar you send to me the PowerPoint I share to Dr. Khalid. Dr. Khalid Al-Khudair is have a files, and he tell me that he share via application Hajj for Dhafira and Maali.
Okay, inshallah. Okay. But I think they have some questions for the logistics.
Okay.
For the logistics, so maybe the person responsible for logistics has to communicate with them.
Okay. We have another question from Mr. Uzair.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Sorry, I'm planning to do the Qiran Hajj. And once we go from the meeting point to Makkah, I have heard that we can do the Tawaf Qudum, and we can also do the Sa'i on that day. So then we don't have to do it towards the other end of Hajj. I just wanted you to explain that a little bit.
Okay, it's correct. Let me come back to our screen there. We explained that before. For the Qiran Hajj, just check this again. For the Qiran, on arrival at Miqat, labakka humma hajjan wa umratan. Then he will make his tawaf al-umrah. Then he will make his sa'i. You can do your sa'i before. And then at the end, his Qiran, tawaf al-qudum, here, Yes. So the Quran will do the same thing on that day of sacrifice through the big Kubra, then we slaughter and Shibakot, and then release. Then here there is this sign for Hajj. There is this sign for Hajj. Okay, and for those who did not do before, for those who did before, there is no sign. Okay. So that is it. So your side can be before. I think we explained that again before. The side can be done before or after.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Sulaiman, we don't have any question. We thank you. Oh, the last question, and after that we will finish. Mrs. Nahid, you can speak.
Yeah, تفضل.
Mrs. or Mr. Nahid, you can speak. Mr. Nahid or Mrs. Nahid?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mrs.
Yeah,
Nahid.
تفضل.
Yeah, thank you. So it's the continuation of the previous question, like the Kiran Hajj. So one time Sai only. So what will be the niyat for this Sai? It's Sai for Umrah or Sai for Hajj or both?
Because the Quran, the Hajj enter, the Umrah enter into the Hajj.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Hajj and Umrah together. So the Umrah enter into the Hajj.
Yes. So I'm talking about the niyat. The niyat for intention for Sai, it will be for both.
Once you said your intention, once you said Hajj wa Umrah ma'an together.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the intention. So it's Hajj and Umrah. So that is the sign for Hajj and Umrah.
No need to separate intention.
No. That's because you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Dr. Sulaiman.
Okay, inshallah.
Thank you, inshallah.
Okay,
thank you for us. Inshallah, see you in the next webinar. تقبل الله إن شاء الله وحج مغفور وذنب مغفور بإذن الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
شكرا. عليك